The Americans can't invade Iran because this is
Shalom, shalom.
Right.
We the Hebrew Shabbat Shalom. We the Hebrew Israelites come week in, week out to prophesy the downfall of this wicked kingdom that you know is America, but we know it as Babylon the Great, mother of harlots. And before we get into this lesson, we're gonna give all honor and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Hakodash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders, great millstone, rule web, and great example to his younger brothers in the truth. And peace and blessing to the hopeful elect. Lord, wouldn't this an edifying lesson? And we gonna just touch on this so-called ceasefire. You know, matter of fact, before we go into it, somebody grab that First Thessalonians 5:3. You got it.
This First Thessalonians chapter 5. I just start at the top. But First
You start.
Thessalonians,
You can start at read 3, and then we'll jump to the top.
in First Thessalonians 5 and verse 3, it says, For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape.
Yeah, and that's what America's calling. Basically, the king of Babylon is saying peace and safety. You know. You ain't got that other picture, do it.
Uh,
I only sent you that one. Well, the other picture, it'll be the thumbnail. Cause it say congratulations. Well, it's a little video. It say
oh yeah,
congratulations. Can,
yeah. Let me get that.
yeah, we'll let that play. I'm gonna try to make that like
This
a
right here.
picture. Yep.
But I can't even get in my Facebook account on here. I don't even know my password is off the bat.
Will it play? It.
They're gonna try to go to Facebook.
Oh, don't worry about it. Yeah, I can play it.
Is it playing now? Well,
Nah, I don't hear it. You good? Nah,
okay.
that was me.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But it don't say nothing. It's just
You didn't hear that video playing? Yeah, this all is. Oh, it's saying though. That's what he's saying.
yeah, it ain't saying nothing. It just say
Oh,
congratulations. This a post that Trump put on, supposedly this Trump that he
yeah,
put on Twitter or some shit.
yeah,
And it say congratulations world. It's time for peace.
yeah,
You know? Just going into that Thessalonian. Well,
yeah,
say for when they shall say peace and safety, sudden destruction is gonna come upon them, man. Because ain't no peace coming to this earth,
Nope.
you know. But I'm finna read this too before we keep moving. Trump, there was Trump another post Trump posted. It's a congratulations to everyone. It has been a fully agreed. It has been fully agreed by in between Israel and Iran that there will be a complete and total ceasefire in approximately 6 hours from now. When Israel and Iran have wound down and completed their progress final missions for 12 hours at which point the war will be considered ended. Officially, Iran will start a ceasefire, uh, and upon the 12th hour, Israel will start a ceasefire, and upon the 24th hour, an official end to the 12-day war will be saluted will be saluted by the world. During each ceasefire, the other side will remain peaceful and respectful on the assumption that everything works as it should, which it will. That's pride. I would like to congratulate both countries, Israel and Iran, on having the stamina, courage, and intelligence to end what should be called the 12-day war. This is a war that could have gone on for years and destroyed the entire Middle East, but it didn't and never will. God bless Israel. God bless Iran. God bless the Middle East. God bless the United States of America. And God bless the world. And that's a post he just put, but that's pure pride, man.
Yeah.
Because nigga, according to the Bible, y'all call yourself these. But wait a minute, the Lord said that He gonna gather all the nations to the valley of Jehoshaphat and plead with them there for His people. You know,
Yep.
we'll just keep going. Oh, you want to read that from the top?
Yeah, I can.
You got it.
Yeah.
Grab some more scriptures.
That's First Thessalonians 5 and starting at the top, verse 1. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape.
Yeah, so people think because Trump went over there and they hit Iran with those bunker busters, and Iran shot 6 missiles, and the, the missiles got intercepted, and you know, dang, Salaki got gas burping. They think thing all good, which that wasn't even no real retaliation. They was just like, how you fake jab at a motherfucker. You throw that little fake ass jab, try to see where a motherfucker focus in and see if you can bait them into a combination. That's what them 6 missiles was like. You know what I'm saying? That that shit that was not the real retaliation strike. Iran know they can't fuck with America head to head by themselves. You know, these motherfuckers moving strategically, man. You know what I'm saying? They ain't just rushing in like fuck it, we just gonna go bombs with no, because this the Lord's plan. When these motherfuckers strike, they gonna strike and it's gonna mean something. You know, they want it to count. Trump, these Americans, they already been bombing all they scientists, bombing all they top generals and shit for all these years. Soleimani, and they ain't forgot about none of that shit.
But no,
So if you think they just gonna lay down and be like, okay, it's over with, you crazy than a motherfucker, man. But that's what the average American think, like this is a victory. But not according to the scriptures. When they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction is gonna come upon them, because it's written in the Bible that America will be and is gonna be totally destroyed, and the land of Israel, the promised land, is gonna be destroyed as well, man. You know. But grab that Isaiah 48 real quick.
God.
now let me grab some more of this right quick.
You got it. You got it.
It says, verse 4. But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day shall overtake you as a thief. Ye are all the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness. Therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. Yeah, these
Yep.
motherfuckers sleep like the old buddy talking about, fuck Iran, this and that. And then all these little all these little songs and dances and shit. These niggas just don't understand. They finna dance in nukes, man.
Yep.
Really finna go
But
to where it's gonna be reaping in national teeth, man.
yeah, but before all that, all hell gonna break loose. See,
If even if you get that far,
yeah, you motherfucker, these people so proud they think this shit just finna be peaches and cream. Okay, that stop. But guess what? Hell, we've telling you that wasn't finna really go nowhere just yet. Because it's a lot more stuff. World War III ain't just gonna just pop off automatically without all the other prophecies happening. You know?
Yep.
Jacob Trouble ain't came. You know, famine, people still going on their day to day, living their lives, going to work, you know, talking shit.
Yep.
The Lord is finna visit America, man. And it ain't gonna be cute at all. It's gonna be real bad. You got it, Ox.
Go on this. Let me get a few more. It says,
Yeah.
verse 6, therefore let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. For they that sleep, sleep in the night.
Yeah, and
They
all these Salaki, all these people talking shit, making these TikTok posts and dances and new, talking shit. They sleeping in the night. You know what I'm saying? Because if you had your spiritual antennas up, you wouldn't be even, you know what I'm saying? You wouldn't be talking that kind of shit. You wouldn't be saying fuck Iran. You wouldn't be boasting. Oh, we drop bombs. You niggas first and foremost, you shouldn't be with shit that America got going, man.
yeah, no.
You know what I'm saying? These folks over there killing people, babies and everything. You
Yep.
think them folks just gonna let this shit slide forever? You think the Lord gonna let that shit slide forever? America go around killing them people, losing whole families and shit. It's a lot of men over there in them Arab countries and shit, ready to just die.
Yep.
They wife dead, kids dead, mama, daddy then got killed in airstrikes. Them folks got a lot of anger built up, and you fucking careless Americans, man. The American people, we here in America, we never tasted war. We ain't never been in no shit like they have to worry about a bomb dropping. You know, as far as another country bombing us, you ain't gotta worry about that type shit.
Yep.
But we got a precept for that. You got it, us like.
Yep. It says, for they that sleep, sleep in the night, and they that be drunken are drunken in the night. But
Yep.
let us who are of the day be sober, putting on the breastplate of faith and love, and for an helmet the hope of salvation. For God have not appointed us to wrath, but to obtain salvation by our Lord Yahweh Shah Mashiach, who died for us, that whether we wake or sleep, we should live together with him. Wherefore comfort yourselves together and edify one another, even as also ye do. And we beseech you, brethren, to know them which labor among you and are over you in the Lord, and admonish you. It says, verse 13, which is the point I wanted to get, it says, and to esteem them very highly in love for their work's sake, and be at peace among yourselves. That's the only peace that we get, man. When we amongst ourselves, man, that's the only peace that Yahweh shall bring into the earth. Because I was about to grab that precept, man. But you had called for something else, though?
Nah, you get what you gonna get. What we
Yeah,
move
that's
on.
what I wanted to make on that right there.
Yeah, the only pieces in this truth up under the pavilion of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Ain't no other piece coming to the earth.
Yep.
You people finna be sadly mistaken when goddamn the dollar crash and shit keep happening. You ain't seen nothing yet, you know.
Uh, let me grab it right quick. Yeah, Matthew 10 and 34. Matthew 10 and 34 says, think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. In verse 35, it says, "For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and a daughter against her mother, and a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law, and a man's foes shall be date of his own house." These Edomites are foes with each other right now, man. You got the European Union saying that they're going against Trump, saying Trump, you know what I'm saying, he went against the Constitution doing that shit. The Edomites are they at war with each other, man. And that's gonna become the part of the beast hating the whore. The European Union goddamn gonna get mad at this motherfucker. And NATO ain't gonna shoot missiles on this bitch, man. The beast gonna goddamn hate the whore. In America, you is the whore. It says, like it says, a man's foes shall be date of his own house. And that's pretty much the point. Because the Edomites are at war with each other, man. Russia against America and all that shit, you know what I'm saying? Germany, all these European nations, man. You Edomites are at war. Your end is at hand, man.
I got one real quick. This this the book of Mark, chapter 3, backing you up in verse
23.
I start script, huh?
You can start at verse 23.
Yeah, it's saying you had it.
Yeah.
You can read.
This is Mark chapter 3, starting at verse 23, but the point is in 25. It reads, "And he called them unto him and said unto them in parables, How can Satan cast out Satan? And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand."
And it's a kingdom. This world we living in is Esau kingdom.
Yeah.
You know, from the Russians to the Germans to the French, the Britons, Americans, Australians. Y'all are Edomites. What you say?
I was saying Canadians.
Yeah, Canadians. All you motherfuckers, for the most part, are Edomites who run in these different top countries in the world. Because majority of the Edomite countries are first world countries.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, hey, this is your kingdom.
Yep. You French.
Know?
You French motherfuckers,
French.
You British motherfuckers, you German motherfuckers, you Russian
Belgium,
you American motherfuckers,
Spain and Portugal, Belgium and all those different countries like that.
Luxembourg and shit.
Yep. Which although, you know, every Edomite country ain't basically a first world country, but majority of them is, you know, New Zealand and all that old shit, which New Zealand and, you know, a lot of them countries, like them smaller countries, more what is it called, neutral, so to speak. But the top nations in the earth that rule the earth are Edomites, from Russia, France, America, you know, Britain and shit. But they are the Edomites, and they house is divided. You got it.
Yeah. Verse 26, "And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand but have an end."
Yep. So hey, this place got an end because America is divided in its government. You know, and not only that, America in the NATO alliance, the beast system, the beast, you know, alliance is divided, which Russia not a part of it, you know. So that's even another division because Russia ain't even a part of the beast, you know.
Right.
Russia got his own little thing, the USSR,
Yep.
which is a whole bunch of Edomites. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's why Russia on that Ukraine tip, Belarus and all them Edomites, man.
Yeah.
You know?
And they are at war with each other.
Yep, and they against America basically. But like you were saying, America allies gonna turn on their ass. I got that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get into a little bit of that revelation. Let me get to it. Because that's what's gonna happen, and these people don't realize that it's gonna be America and Israel against the world. All these nations gonna fucking turn on America.
Yep.
That's right.
That's allied with them. This the book of Revelation 17. I jumped to the point because when you read it, it's going into America and the EU. You know, the revised Roman Empire.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and America being that whore that rideth upon the beast. I just read it. This Revelation 17:1. It say, and there came one of the seven angels which had the seven vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, come hither, and I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. And it's talking about America. And you can pull up a map on how America has military bases in every fucking country. Damn near. And if they ain't in your country, they right on your goddamn fence line,
Yep.
peeking over your privacy fence.
Big brother.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Big
And not
brother.
just one, they got multiple,
Yeah.
you know, lined up all around you. The America stretched out thin. They got military bases every fucking way, man.
Yep.
You know, it say with whom, and that's the great whore. And it say with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, going into, you know, receiving taking on that democracy and, you know, following after the ways of America. The kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sitting upon a scarlet red colored beast. You know, that woman being America and that beast being the EU. It's a full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. When you go into them 7 heads, is you know, those 7 major Edomite power structure, and that 10 horns is the EU. You know, and it say, and the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet, just represent royalty, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand full of abomination and filthiness of her fornication. And upon her head was the name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. You know, and this once was a mystery, but it ain't no mystery no more, man. We know this ain't talking about. This how you know the Lord is talking about another great empire that was gonna pop up in the last times, and he labeled that motherfucker Babylon the Great. This the mystery great city, man. Babylon the Great. You know, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth, and all abominations flow from here, and it's spread throughout the whole earth. Not everybody twerking everywhere. Everybody got their wrist flick and float, you know, with a rainbow flag.
Yeah.
And America puts that throughout the earth, man. You know, everybody got a fiat currency. You know, everybody got on a suit and a tie with skyscrapers. You know, that's America's doing. It say, and I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints, the Israelites, and with the blood of the martyrs of Hamashiach. Because soon it's gonna come to a point where we gonna get put to death here, man. Which we already been put to death here, going back during slavery. You know, hey, because you know you had the prophets here come over here on them slave ships as well, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, which we weren't prophesying then, but we still came here, and our blood was shed here. All the Israelites, all the saints, every Israelite is a saint, whether they righteous or wicked saints, you know. It say, and when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration, just like everybody else who not from America. They just want to be in America, you know. Such a great place, you know. It got cars and it's so advanced and it look fun. The lights and you know, you can do what you want. You can be all outside partying and getting drunk and just having, you know, having fun, being wicked as fuck.
Yep.
That's what America is to the rest of the world. It say, and the angel said unto me, wherefore didst thou marvel? I will tell you thee the mystery of the woman, which is speaking about America, and of the beast that carrieth her, meaning the EU, you know, the allies, America's allies,
Yep.
which have the 7 heads and the 10 horns, which is the revised Roman Empire, Esau's uh, uh rulership, basically. It say the beast that thou sawest was and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit. You know, and this was the Edomite coming back into power, coming out of Europe. You know, through the Borgiers, rising back up and becoming, you know, rulers in the earth again, coming taking over different. Jake ran Jake taking over. You know, the Jake ran Europe. You know, the when we was ruling the Byzantine during the Byzantine Empire, Esau came and started rising up out of that pit. But it was meant for them to rise. The Lord rose them up out of the fucking pit, man. And the Lord brought Jake down, brought us down out of power, back out of power for Esau to take back over. In which when we was in power during the Byzantine, Jake wasn't right. They wasn't following the Lord. They wasn't following the scriptures. They was, you know, the Roman Catholicism. That's where they started from, the Holy Roman Empire. You know, Jake started all this shit. The Vikings and shit like that. So Jake was going off anyway. And then you had Jake over here in the Americas, the Mayans, the Aztecs, and the Incas, you know. So during the Byzantine Empire, Mayans, Aztec, Incas, they was over here, you know, building up civilization. And you had Jake ruling the Southern Kingdom over there in the East ruling. And Esau was coming up through the Borgia family during the 1300s. It say, and go into perdition, meaning destruction. I'm in verse 8. It say, and they that dwell on the earth shall wonder, whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundations of the world, when they behold the beast that was and is not and yet is, you know. And this speaking about, you know, Esau power structure. It say, and here is the mind which have wisdom. The 7 heads are 7 mountains on which the woman sitteth. And there are 7 kings, 5 are fallen, and 1 is, and the other one is yet to come. And that other one was yet to come was America. You know, and the one that was if I want to say Britain at the time. Because Britain came, I mean, America was birthed out of Great Britain. Yep. You know, thy mother shall be sore confounded with thee. That's why Great Britain really don't fuck with America.
Yep.
You know, it say, in the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast. Going into the, you know, these other France, Spain, Portugal, you know, the original EU, you know, but it's a whole bunch of them now. It's more than 10 now. But you know, those vassal states, as they call it.
Just take a little sidebar, like
you got
back in the day. See, I'm old school. Back in the 80s, back in the late 80s, they had some shoes called British Knights. Everybody wanted some of them motherfuckers. They came from Payless shoe store. Payless was basically like a basically like a high level Dollar General or some shit, so to say. They sold
So,
shoes and shit. Yeah. Them damn shoes were hot as hell over here for a little bit. Call them BK, British Knights. Yeah, so you know this goddamn it's the mother man right here.
yep. And that's when you go into what that is, that Daniel 7. That's
Yep.
what that Daniel 7 was going into,
Yep.
you know. I think that Daniel 7 going into the American Revolution and all that,
Yep.
you know. I'm gonna keep going. It say these have one mind and shall give their power and strength unto the beast. It say, which is the NATO and the EU. That's that beast system. And these shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them. For he is Lord of Lords and King of Kings, and they are that which are with him are called and chosen and faithful. Hope Lord willing we're part of that number. Who gonna be with the Lord, you know? And he saith unto me, the waters which thou sawest, going back to the top where it say, this horse sitting upon many waters. The water which thou sawest were where the horse sitteth are peoples and multitude and nations and tongues, showing you that hey, America is that whore, man.
Yep.
Ain't no other country can say they got military bases. They can't say they occupy. You ain't got no Russian military base nowhere near this bitch.
Yep.
You know, the closest Russia can get, they might, you know, got a little alliance with Cuba, but they ain't got no goddamn military bases on the borders of California.
Yeah,
No
no.
shit like that. Or in Canada, you know, they ain't got that. No country, China, neither. You know, none of these countries have an actual military base where they got U.S. in China soldiers, you know, and they training and got their equipment and missiles and shit.
Yeah.
You know,
U.S. embassy here damn well.
yeah, embassies all over the place. Nah, can't no other country say that.
Hell, dog.
It say, and he saith unto me, the waters which thou sawest where the horse sitteth are people and multitude and nations and tongues. And the 10 horns which thou sawest, the EU, the NATO.
That let you know right there wasn't a literal beast, because
Right.
it said, yeah, the waters where it say, read that again, where the whole city.
It say, and well, which this going back into the when they say they're going back to the first verse with the great horde that sitteth upon many waters. This basically going into they military bases all over in all these countries.
Right.
That's what this going into.
Oh, come.
But this going to this showing you that the great horde that is speaking about is talking about a government. You know, they got itself established upon all the nations because America got fucking bases in South Korea, Japan. You know what I'm saying?
Taiwan.
They got bases in Taiwan. You know, Australia. They got bases every fucking where. You know, Turkey and you know all of them throughout the Middle East. They just got bases and shit all over the place. Which that's what this was going. I'm gonna reread it. Say, and he said of unto me the waters which thou sawest where the horse sitteth. Which this ain't talking about her sitting on the beast. It's just saying how she has got herself positioned militarily in all these other, all these countries, or peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues going into all the heathens. You know, America sitting on their ass militarily, so to speak, with bases and embassies, like you said.
Yep.
You know, America presence is everywhere, showing you that great horse.
Even in South Africa.
Yep, all over Africa. All over hell, all over what it's called, you know, North, Central, and South America. You know, Bitch
Yep.
got military bases everywhere. Verse 16, it say, in the 10 horns which thou sawest. Now this going back into the EU and the NATO, the beast that the horse sitting on. These shall hate the whore, going into America allies, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. So the allies of America, this European Union, this NATO alliance, they gonna turn on America. French, Britain, Spain, Portugal, they all gonna turn on America. That said the scripture. It say the 10 horns which thou sawest, where the horse sitteth, gonna make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire, man. Going to show you that all them aligned nations gonna turn. For God have put in their hearts to fulfill his will. So the Lord will gonna be done. And to agree and to give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of the words of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai shall be fulfilled. So America got the power as of yet, but when the words of the Lord are fulfilled, the Lord gonna put it in their spirit. They're like, hold up, we gonna use this power we got, and we finna get rid of this bitch. They don't care about it. You know, they so proud anyway. You know what I'm saying? They don't give a fuck about us and our well-being. They just want to make America great. They want to keep America straight. They don't care about how we suffering from the different shit they doing. You know, such as blowing up the fucking them pipelines and shit.
Yep.
Where the European nations receiving all this or the natural resources and shit from Russia. You know, the oil and all that shit. Where they getting this shit cheap.
Yeah.
You know, so you undermining your allies. Then Trump, especially talking shit to him. Y'all gotta put some money up and just woofing. DJ.
I got
Verse 18.
up the back you up.
Let me finish this. You got it. This last verse. Verse 18 to say, and the woman which thou sawest is that great city, America. America, which reign over the kings of the earth. And America, if America don't run shit, who the fuck do? Trump told China, hey, y'all need to talk to Iran about talking about closing up the straits or what is it called? The straits of Hormuz.
Yep.
You know, telling China that they need to talk to them. They tripping basically.
Right.
You know? Well, they go to show you who runs shit.
Yep.
And hands down, America has the strongest military. If you take the nukes out of the equation, pound for pound, America probably will win war, will beat any country 1-on-1 type shit. You know, it'll be a close run with with Russia and China, but any other nation, they ass is grass. If you take the nukes out of the equation, you add the nukes in the equation, America through. America is finito. If you add the nukes in the equation, ain't shit America gonna be able to do with China and Russia.
Yep.
You take the nukes out of the equation, America gonna have a run for their money with China and Russia still. But any other country, they just gonna get they gonna get their ass fucked up fucking with America.
Mm-hmm.
But America is a superpower. China is a superpower. Russia is a superpower in the earth, man. You know.
Yeah.
But you got it up.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50. I'm gonna start at verse 9. It reads, for lo, I will rise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain. And Chaldea shall be a spoil. All that spoil her shall be satisfied, said the Lord Yahweh.
because you were glad, because you rejoice, O ye destroyers of mine heritage, because ye are grown fat as the heifer at grass and bellow as bulls. And this going into the Lord is gathering these nations against America, man, to shoot those nukes at them. But verse 12 it say, your mother shall be sore confounded, which I was saying earlier about Great Britain and America, stemming out of Great Britain. It reads, your mother shall be sore confounded, she that bare you shall be ashamed. Behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert. Because of the wrath of the Lord Yahweh, it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate. Everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished and hissed at all her plagues. This is verse 14.
And the Babylon is talking about America. It ain't talking about ancient Babylon, which ancient Babylon is Iran. Iraq, one of the two, somewhere in that area. That's what ancient. I think Iran, if I ain't mistaken.
Yeah, Iran.
It could have been Iraq.
This the point right here, verse 14. Put yourself in array against Babylon round about, all ye that bend the bow, going into those nukes. Shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she has sinned against the Lord Yahweh. So all these nations that have nuclear capabilities, they're going to shoot at this whore, man. But I get a little more. Verse 15. Shout against her round about. She have given her hand, her foundations are fallen, her walls are thrown down, for it is the vengeance of the Lord Yahweh. Take vengeance upon her as she has done do unto her. So hey, America finna get that great recompense, man. Because they now always weigh their hand in the earth of being, the strongest military. Just like they did the back with the hydrogen bomb and stuff. They dropped those bombs over there in Japan and shit. Had all the countries afraid, man.
Yeah, and then you got niggas, regular people talking about some, and this shit I seen. That the pride of American talking about a terrorist. This somebody I know. Talking about a terrorist shouldn't have the weaponry that that America has, so to speak. Well, hold up. The only nigga, you calling them folks terrorists, which I ain't say shit, but this is what I'm thinking. I'm like, nigga, you calling these folks terrorists? Them folks ain't never did shit to you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? How they ain't never terrorized you that you know of. Which we know that none of these nations with us. But I'm saying, like, in this day and age that we live in, the real terrorist is the fucking Edomite. You know what I'm saying?
The motherfucker got they put on your neck, right?
Yeah. Them damn folks in Iran, them folks ain't never did shit to you in this lifetime we live in. And that hell, all the proof in the world came out that 9/11 shit was fake. So how you just how are they terrorists? You
got this is stolen fucking land. These are the real motherfucking terrorists and treasonous. These stole this motherfucking land.
These niggas literally go around the earth dropping bombs on men, women, children.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They literally going around the earth terrorizing the earth. Iran ain't over here dropping bombs on you niggas, man. So how you gonna call them terrorists?
Right.
They never did nothing to you.
Right.
To be even labeled that. But niggas just, everybody enchanted.
Yep. They get drunk by by the philosophies of being in the fucking military and shit.
Yep.
All that type of dumbass shit.
They inward thought is that America gonna continue forever, which they gonna be sadly mistaken. This bitch is gonna get destroyed.
Yep.
whether you like it or not.
Yep. I got one.
You got
Because you were saying how, Trump undermining these motherfuckers, man. They say this Ecclesiastes 12 and 16, an enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips. Oh, it's gonna be peace and they're gonna come to an agreement, this and that, da da da. But in his heart, he imagined how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. And though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee. He will shake his head and clap his hands and whisper much and change his countenance. These motherfuckers finna change their countenance, man. You can bank on that shit, man. Trump ain't finna bring no peace to this motherfucker, man. And if these motherfuckers talking about agreeing, they countenance gonna change too. But they enemies, man.
Yep, and that ain't prophecy, you know. This was a proud ass post Trump put out.
Yeah,
You know?
Mhm.
That's a proud ass statement. There'll never be war in the Middle East and this and that. All right, we gonna see. You know,
Uh,
yeah, y'all gotta do is goddamn keep. Hey, we talk to the elites now. Trump, get your you a small fry. All y'all gotta do is implement that chip and see what the fuck happens. You know, start pushing that chip and see how goddamn these spirit creative Avengers get to riling up, man, and things start moving fast.
uh,
I got another one. Ain't nobody got one.
You got it.
I had one too. I was gonna jump further down that Jeremiah, but you can go.
Well, shit, you can go ahead.
Back in that Jeremiah 50, I'm gonna jump down to 40. The point gonna be in verse 45. But it reads, as God will
Hold on. The guy y'all in the background? Or he out of there?
Nah, I just
Okay.
Jeremiah 50 and 40. As Jehovah Shemel shout overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighboring cities thereof, said the Lord Yahweh, so shall no man abide there, neither shall any son of man dwell therein. Behold, a people shall come from the north, and a great nation, and many kings shall be raised up from the coast of the earth. They shall hold the bow and the lance. They are cruel and will not show mercy. Their voice shall roar like the sea, and they shall ride upon horses, everyone put in array, like a man to the battle against thee, O daughter of Babylon.
which is Babylon the Great. You
Yep.
know, this the daughter of Babylon. You know, America, the daughter of Babylon was greater than Babylon. Is greater than Babylon. Became greater.
Modern day Babylon.
Yep.
Uh,
Which I don't even know if they were great because when you go into ancient Babylon, if I ain't mistaken, one of them had like 100 and some provinces, 100 plus provinces, which Apostle Hart was going into that like represent a state. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So 100, America only got 50 so provinces. You
Yeah.
know, when you
Yeah.
go into the different states. So, but as far as technology and shit like that, it is greater than it's the greatest ever because the Americans did things first that no other heathen has ever done. These Edomites
Yep.
for flying and making bombs and kinetic projectiles.
What?
Force multiply.
Yeah.
Kinetic projectiles and force multipliers, goddamn.
Yeah.
there it is.
Times 10.
This verse 43, it say the king of Babylon have heard the report of them, and his hands waxed feeble. Anguish took hold of him, and pains as of a woman in travail. Behold, he shall come up like a lion from the swelling of Jordan unto the habitation of the strong. But I will make them suddenly run away from her. And who is a chosen man that I may appoint over her. For who is like me, and who will appoint me the time? And who is that shepherd that will stand before me? This is the point. Therefore, hear ye the counsel of the Lord Yahweh, that he hath taken against Babylon and his purposes, that he hath purpose against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. At the noise of the taking of Babylon, the earth is moved, and the cry is heard among the nations.
Now, let's say that there is a ceasefire. Thing calm back down for another couple months, and Esau get to implement his C hip and all that shit. Let's say those things. So let's say that happened. Hold on, okay, yeah. Let's say that all those things happen. We see how easy it is. Israel can cry and America come to their aid. You know, we know now that America, Israel got America by the ball, so they gonna come running if Israel say so. You know, so the least of the flock gonna draw them out, and that just was a foreshadow, and people just gonna get robbed basically like, oh, ain't nothing going. All right, you go back to sleep. Go back to sleep and see what the Lord finna do, man. You know, you gonna be taken as a thief in the night.
Yep.
You had one out. I got one.
Yeah, I got one. Is Isaiah 14. So that verse 1 it says, for the Lord Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel, set them in their own land. Yeah, this when the end comes, man. He just got to be destroyed, man. The Lord gonna come back and get his elect and put us back in that land, man. They're gonna build it up. Jerusalem, man, our homeland.
And that's how you know that those people that there ain't true people.
Yep.
They don't even believe in the Bible.
Right.
You know?
And they in a time of war right now. When the Israelites get that land back, it ain't gonna be no more war.
Yeah. And the Lord gonna place them back in that land.
Yep.
Not a Balfour Declaration.
Right.
Put them back in the land. Not the land be given. Yeah, the land given to you by Edomite, you know?
Yeah.
A cracker.
A piece of paper.
Yeah, but through a piece of paper. A piece of paper given to the Rothschilds.
What bullshit. It says and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them. They shall plead to the house of Jacob. Meaning the Israelite foreigners. It says, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord, Yahweh, for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives who captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. This talking about in the kingdom, man. You know? So in the kingdom, it's going to be a lot of motherfucking servants. There's going to be a lot of handmaids. There's going to be a lot of fucking oppression. Coming back to these motherfucking Edomites to do that shit to us, man. The Most High is just power. You know? You get what you got coming, man. He gave all nations a chance to rule over us. Now when we get rulership, it's going to be forever. That's just beautiful.
And not just the crackers, all you heathens.
Yeah, all these fucking heathens.
Every last one of you heathens, from Iran to you Elamites, because them the Iranians, you Ishmaelites, you Moabites, Ammonites, Hamites, Edomites, all y'all ass, Japhites. Every last one of you niggas gonna be in captivity, man.
Yeah. Esau ain't just gonna get the word. That's why the Lord said, Obadiah, you know, he made them small among all the heathens.
Cause
they gonna be your future to get obliterated off the face of the earth after you serve your slavery. You know, yeah, it's out of here. Gonna get rounded up, and you're gonna get burnt the fuck up.
Hey, the Lord got him in a trick bag. Here they fighting for power, and the Lord finna wipe them both out.
I got some more on this. It says, verse 3, and it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord Yahweh shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear and from the hard bondage wherein thou wast made to serve. We was made to serve in bondage, man. It says that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. America is that golden city. Instead, because the scripture also say that Babylon was a golden cup in the Lord's hand. Verse 5, the Lord Yahweh have broken the staff of the wicked and scepter of the rulers, he who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke. He that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted and none hindered.
Yep.
Verse 7, the whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Just like the scripture says, the wicked bear authority, the people mourn. But when the righteous are in authority, the people are going to be rejoicing. It says, yeah, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no fellow is come up against us.
Yeah, and the first tree is a Christmas tree. That's the evergreen.
Yo.
And we all know why they gonna rejoice at thee.
Yeah.
Because they getting harvested every goddamn year for a dumbass holiday.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, get carried the fuck out.
Yeah, trees gotta die so millions and trillions of not trees, millions and billions of motherfuckers can bow down to them.
Yep.
Then the tree just threw. They can't even serve its purpose, so you can celebrate a stupid ass holiday, man. There's some pagan shit.
Yep. Bound to the phallic symbol.
Yeah. Verse
9. Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. That's like you come into a building, motherfuckers stand up and make way for your ass. They part the way for you so you can walk your ass down the aisle and take your motherfucking place. This how it is for Esau, man. It said, hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. It stirred up, and we know where hell is. Hell is the lake of fire, man. Hell is a lake of fire, which is the thermonuclear missiles, and hell is only a condition, man. You know, it's gonna be hell for these Edomites, like we in hell now. This is their heaven. The table's getting ready to turn. It says,
and there's also the grave, you know, just under, you know.
Yep. It says it stirred up the dead for thee, which is that what is going into now. Even all the chief ones of the earth, it have raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations. All they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as us? Art thou become like unto us? This is the point. Verse 11, thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vows, the worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. But I want to go into that word pomp.
Your pride. Pride, pompous.
Yeah.
Boastful.
I was gonna grab that word pompous, the definition of it. Let me just grab that definition right quick. Because this explains everything about Trump ass. That's how you know this nigga is the one, man.
Yeah, he that king of Babylon who the Lord talking about.
Yeah.
This a proud nigga, man.
So he proud as fuck. And this the definition. It says affectedly and irritatingly grand, solemn, or self-important. And some of the similar words is arrogant, pretentious, puffed up, conceited, condescending, overblown, rhetoric, boastful, boasting, bragging, braggart, all this shit. You getting all these motherfucking words out of Trump, man.
Yeah, this post explained all them words.
Hell yeah.
That's some proud shit to say.
Hell yeah. Patronizing, snooty, hardy. Pride goes before destruction, and the hardy spirit before fall.
Yep.
And proud is one of the some of the words. Proud, puffed up. Yeah. So that's how you know who he's talking about, man. Talking about these fucking silly ass Americans. They even got a whole song talking about proud to be an American where at least I know I'm free. Who the fuck free here?
No goddamn body, because everybody got a birth certificate. Everybody got a social security card.
You got a driver license.
Yep, you got to get a passport.
All that shit. Whatever you put
know.
your signature on is a motherfucking contract.
Yep.
That's like I was watching one of Dr. Savior's sons, and he came over here from over there where he was from, and he moved to New York, and the viewers was asking him questions like so how do you feel about America, being here in America? Like, do you like it or whatever? He was like, it's cool, but the people here that they're like they're like pride, like memes, some stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So show you that Americans is proud, man.
Yeah, and they super goddamn. You go to New York, we cool down here. We more
goddamn ball game.
Yeah, you get southern hospitality when you come down here. Everybody out more nicer, so to speak. You go up there, people assholes when you go up to the tri-states and shit.
Yeah,
you go to which New York and all that. That's like the heart. That's really what America is. You know what I'm saying? And you know that vibe spread through America. You know, and basically, like you say, they arrogant, proud as hell.
Yeah.
I got one though for you. This on Jeremiah 50 and 31 to say, "Behold, I am against thee, behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud, saith Yahweh, saith the Lord Yahweh." Now that's going into these Americans. You know, the Lord is against America because these the most proud of the Edomites.
Yep.
These the most proud of the people in the earth. Americans are the proudest people in the world, and they the most wicked. You know, they say, "Behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud. Behold, even you niggas, 2/3, they proud as hell." Just peep out, get on social media, just peep niggas, man. Edomites, just peep the American citizen.
Yep.
Proud as shit. No
fucking reason.
For no reason. It says, "Saith the Lord Yahweh, power of hosts, for the day is come, the time that I will visit thee, and the most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall rise him up. And I will kindle a fire in his cities," going into the America, man, "and it shall devour all round about him. Thus saith Yahweh, power of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together," showing you that it's talking about America. "And all that took them held them fast and refused to let them go." So the Lord is against you, proud ass American. The Lord is not with America. The Lord gonna bless America, all right?
Right.
Yeah, back in the day, I'm bless his ass. I mean, you gonna whoop somebody ass.
Yeah.
The Lord gonna bless America, all right? Goddamn.
Straight up. See, everybody got their reward coming for them.
Yeah.
Whether it's a good reward or a bad reward. In America, they got a badass track record. You do a background check on America. Hey, it's horrible, man. This bitch gotta be paid. This bitch gonna be paid back,
Yeah, any nigga in this day and age, all this information out on the shit that happened to us as a people here, and any kind of support of this bitch, hey man, whatever happened to you in this time is well needed. Like, that's why the scriptures say, lift not up a cry nor a prayer for these people, man. Because you niggas, this nigga done fed us the alligator. This nigga done butt broke us. This nigga done whooped our ass. And this nigga still locking us up for nothing. Red lining, not giving you a fair shake. And you still kissing this nigga ass, man. You know? as a people, I ain't gonna say every single you might not went through that, but you know what they do to us as a whole. You know what I'm saying? You might got a nice job, but these people drunk off the wine of Babylon. You know, you got a lot of niggas who doing good for themselves, got a house and a picket fence with the white gate with the dog, and you know they living that so-called American dream, got a good job. So they boastful, they proud, you know. Stockholm syndrome out. Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why the fuck are these niggas spoiled, man? Niggas spoiled here in America, you know. So now they done fell in love with their captor. They done fell in love with the abuser. He whooped our ass so bad. Niggas that fell in love with the same motherfucker who hate them. These the same KKK members. They teach their daughters not to date niggas, and you know, what they call it. You can't go into a city at nighttime. Sundown town. These the same crackers, man. You know,
they be having
you niggas
to set niggas up.
Yeah, and you niggas in support of these motherfuckers, man. So when he undermined you, he draft your ass and send you over there to fight. Don't get the hollering, man. Because we know what we gonna do. You call us up to draft, niggas, you might as well get ready to say we went AWOL, lock us up in the concentration camp, and whatever else you gotta do. Because we not fighting for you, nigga.
Hell no.
Nobody fight for no fucking America. We already know. We know the end. We know ultimately what's gonna end up happening when the fight go on. You know, you gonna try to Lockma trying to get in.
Yeah.
Lock.
Yo.
Yeah, we know you gonna try to fight the Lord. You know? So hey, we ain't taking no part. Lock us up and you can throw away the key. We gonna trust in the Lord.
Right.
And then if you go to the military, guess what else you gonna have to take that seal.
Yep.
You know? So hey.
Yep. Yeah, some of their personnel have already received.
Yep. Makes sense.
Know? And these niggas hollering about they ready. Y'all niggas ain't ready for shit.
Nope.
Not the white man's war anyway.
I got this quick Matthew 24 real quick. I'm gonna just jump. This is the book of Matthew chapter 24 and verse straight to the point. Verse 7, they say, "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows." And that's why we already knew, like, this ain't you know, this just the beginning of sorrow. This just a war and a rumor of war. You know, it ain't nothing. Yeah, they might get off some shots, some bodies might drop, but this ain't gonna be the war that lead to nuclear war. See, people of the world, they scared like nuclear war finna go off.
Yep.
Which we know that ain't gonna happen until that MOTB get implemented. Them ain't they bombs.
You're right.
They ain't your weapons, goddamn. These the Lord's weapons. You try to shoot them if you want. Esau can press that button right now. I guarantee you, the Lord gonna have a chariot, an angel pop up and make sure that motherfucker don't shoot. I guarantee you they can't launch them when they want to launch them.
Right.
They ain't gonna tell the public, "Oh, we tried to launch nukes."
Right.
And when we press the button to launch them, the countdown just stopped. They wouldn't launch, you know. But they ain't gonna tell you they done tried shit like that, you know, and it failed. They ain't gonna tell you that.
Right.
You know? Motherfucker launch a nuke and that bitch get diffused, and when it land, it just it don't even blow up like a nuke supposed to blow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's the power of the Lord, man. That the Lord, no, I ain't saying that happened. I'm saying if it do, Esau, them ain't your weapons. Them the Lord's weapons for his indignation at a certain particular time. That's an army of the Lord for a certain particular time.
Right.
And that's to destroy Babylon.
Yep. I got one.
You got
It's Isaiah 13, start at verse 1. It says, the burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see, lift ye up a banner on the high mountain. The banner is the Bible, man, going all the way, you know what I'm saying, prophesying against this government, man. It say, lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain, exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand, that they may go into the gates of the nobles. Yeah, the motherfuckers that run this shit, man, the central bankers, man.
Yep.
All you motherfuckers, you high level motherfuckers that don't have nobody high over you.
Mm-hmm.
It says, I have commanded my sanctified ones, which is the elect, going to the 144,000. I have also called my mighty ones for mine anger, the angels, even them that rejoice in my highness. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, and tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord Yahweh of armies mustereth the host of the battle. The Lord make it cool with these motherfuckers, and they don't know it, man.
Mm-hmm.
And these niggas are so proud thinking that America is just the shit, man.
Unstoppable.
Just unstoppable and unfathomable power and shit, man.
Yeah, these.
You got it.
I was just gonna say niggas just don't know history. Every great empire fell.
Right, right. And that's the thing about it. Every great empire fell, and when the Lord bring His kingdom, it ain't gonna fall. Period, man. It's gonna be forever, man.
Well,
this is the mind state that you niggas need to be in, man. But these niggas ain't in the right mind state, going to show that they're in a heathenistic state of mind, and they're gonna die here in America, man. Point blank, period.
Yep.
It says, verse 4, the noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdom of nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts, Yahweh of armies, mustereth the hosts of the battle, mustereth the armies of the battle. They come from a far country, talking about the nukes, from the heaven. Even the Lord Yahweh and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land.
Yeah, the Lord say these missiles is one of his armies.
Yo.
You know, these ain't your missiles, Esau. The Lord created, like the scriptures say, the Lord created a smith that bloweth the coal in the fire to bring forth a weapon for his indignation. He used you to make them, but they ain't yours.
Right.
You're not in control, buddy.
Yep. He got to say so when them bitches get shot off.
Yep. They ain't gonna. Esau cannot want to press the button, and the Lord gonna make them missiles shoot on their time.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah. One more verse. Verse 6 is say, "How are ye for the day of the Lord?" This is what the day of the Lord entail, man. A whole lot of motherfucking bloodshed, man.
Yep.
The Lord is gonna roar. He is the lion of the tribe of Judah. The lion coming to devour some shit, man.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, we gonna preach Yahweh Shai his proper perspective, man. We gonna keep shit in perspective over here.
That's gonna have to be some of the most scariest. That's gonna be a scary time. Like you got to think about one nuke explode, or any kind of bomb. It ain't gotta be a nuke. A big ass bomb explode. You gonna be like, oh shit. Imagine, imagine 200 million of the motherfuckers. However, I think that's what it is. 200.
Yeah.
Imagine that many missiles exploding on America.
Damn.
There's gonna be some scary shit. There's gonna be a big ass explosion, man.
Yo.
And that's gonna
there ain't gonna be no safe spot.
No safe spot. That bitch gonna shake. You gotta think about how terrible of the earth, how terrible it's gonna be. Tsunamis and tidal. It's gonna be you ain't gonna want to be on the earth when they're going down. Under the ground, in the ocean, you ain't gonna want to be nowhere near the earth when that destruction go down.
You gonna be the one who left the earth behind.
Hey, it's gonna touch every nook and cranny of America.
Yep.
Then you still got that huge volcano underwater volcano that's ready to blow the face off the west coast of Africa at any day.
Yep.
Pressure from above, pressure from beneath. Hey, the Lord is gonna make these motherfuckers into believers.
Yeah, let me get a few more. It says,
Yeah.
verse 7, therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt. Motherfuckers finna lose their mind.
Yeah, everybody talking. I ain't scared of Iran. Listen, all right.
Yo,
See, we ain't talking all proud like that because it's finna be a terrible time. We just hope the Lord be with us.
yeah, that's all we
Because
can.
if the Lord ain't with us, we gonna be the same way.
Yep.
You know, terrified,
Yep.
petrified. Fuck terror. We gonna be through.
Yeah.
This ain't no time to be boasting in. Lord is not. This the Lord doing. This ain't Esau doing. This ain't the white man. This ain't Iran. No, this is what the Lord is doing to the earth because he pissed off, man. He finna twist the earth into complete utter chaos, man.
Yep.
You know.
And if you're gonna boast, you need to be boasting in the sacrifice. If you're an Israelite, you need to be boasting in the sacrifice that Yahweh made for us by putting their body on the line. You know, and then boasting on all the righteous work and the injustices he finna pay Esau back. You know, that's what we boast in. We boast in our Lord.
Let me read this one real quick. The brother Sup, we house shall put Shalom to all the Akim. How about some Yasha This Revelation chapter 11 and 13 is saying that same hour, what hour? The hour of the missiles. There was a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell, and the earthquake was slain of men 7,000. And the 10th part of the city talking about the complete total destruction of America because America is divided into them 10 FEMA zones, and 7,000 represents completion.
Yep.
And the remnant were affrighted and gave glory, and gave glory unto Yahweh, power of heavens. You know, so hey, we gonna be affrighted. This ain't gonna just be no, yeah, lottie dotty die. We gonna get no. We gonna be scared as shit, man.
Yep.
But we gonna trust in the Lord and our fear. You know, we gonna be fearing the Lord.
Yep.
You know.
The scripture say he didn't give us a spirit of fear, but of a sound mind to understand these things must need be before he got down, come back and bring us the kingdom, man. Too much tribulation shall we inherit the kingdom.
He said multiple times, fear not, thy worm Jacob, I will fight for you.
Yep.
Fear not, fear not, fear not. That's just how bad it's gonna be. You gotta keep reminding us to fear not.
And ultimately, if the guillotine in your face, man, or what have you, whatever the lot may be, fear not.
Yep. See, these people don't understand all these things coming. They don't know famine coming, but they don't understand who doing these things. That's the problem.
Yo.
Motherfuckers don't understand that the Lord is doing this, and that's what we telling the world. Like, this what the Lord doing, and this what the Lord gonna do.
Yo.
You know? It ain't about what Esau. They can cease fire all they want.
Yo.
You know what I'm saying? Guess what? The Lord gonna stir them up. When you go into that Ezekiel 38, the Lord told Russia he gonna put hooks in their jaw. You think you ain't gonna? No, I'm gonna put hooks in your jaws, and I'm gonna bring you to this battle, man. I'm gonna get you involved. You gonna be a guard to Iran. You gonna be a guard to Turkey. You gonna be a guard to Libya, and you know these Hamite nations. Nah, I'm finna bring you into this. I created you. I raised you up with all this power, all this military might, with the best missiles on the earth, nuclear missiles that is, to be a guard into these nations and to be the foot of that beast. You know, a foot like a bear. Of the beast to take this bitch down.
Yeah. And go to Russia gonna be a guard. Look at the video that surfaced with Priori when he was coming to have a talk with Putin. They say Putin brought out like the top fighter planes to escort him over there to Russia, so they can have talks. If that ain't being a guard, shit, I don't know what it is.
Yep. So let anybody Let's get this right here. This other video. That proud little bitch.
All right. Then I'm gonna read some more. Then what I got?
You gonna read some more what you got before I go?
All right.
Come.
Verse 7 is Isaiah 13:7. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt, and they shall be afraid. Pangs and sorrow shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames. Behold, the day of the Lord Yahweh cometh cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, without any inhabitants, man. And he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. For the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened in its going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine. And I will punish the world. Who, this the Lord talking like this? Hell yeah.
Yep.
It said, and I will punish the world. But God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, right?
Not my God. Not my God. My God wouldn't do such a thing.
your ass is willingly ignorant. Said
Okay.
that shit when the scripture clearly said, behold, the day of the Lord Yahweh cometh cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate.
Yep.
And he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. For
Yep.
the stars of heaven. You say so?
You got it.
Yep. It said, for the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened in its going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine. And I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease. And I will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. That's talking about the elect man of the nation of Israel, man. Whether he be of the northern or the southern tribe.
Right.
It says, few more verses. Therefore, I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place in the wrath of the Lord Yahweh of hosts, and in the day of his anger.
Yeah, the Lord gonna transform the earth.
Huh?
The Lord gonna transform the earth.
God.
The same way he did during the flood. That's what the Lord gonna do when he shake terribly the earth. They say the earth gonna move out of her place.
Right.
You know, when he flooded the earth and it went from Pangea to the 7 continents.
Yep.
Hey, the Lord gonna, the Lord finna do something terrible to this motherfucker.
Yep.
Whole continent's gonna be shifted, rock, move. Islands gonna be no more.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
certain islands, different. The Lord gonna do out. New islands gonna appear. It's gonna be crazy, man.
God. And like it keeps saying, man, the day of the Lord, what's the day of the Lord? Lord return, man. This is a prophecy that haven't came to pass yet.
Yep.
Folks want to talk about, no, that's the Old Testament. That's because you err not knowing the scriptures, man. When you really sit here and wrap your mind around how these words are being spoken, you can clearly tell that this is talking about at the end.
Yep.
This is the Lord's return.
Yep.
It says,
yeah, and this go to show you that those small hat people over there, they ain't the people because they don't believe that the Lord came yet.
Right.
The Lord already came and died. When he come back to get vengeance.
Yeah.
He ain't coming back to be to come die again and all this old crazy shit.
Right.
That go to show you that them folks ain't the people, man.
Yeah, nah, they ain't.
Yep.
I got a little more. It says, therefore will I shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place in the wrath of the Lord Yahweh of hosts, and in the day of his fierce anger, and it shall be as the chased rope, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people, and flee every one into his own land. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and every one that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword.
Yeah, so if you smart, you heathens that smart, y'all will leave the fucking country. Y'all will go back home.
Separate your damn self, because if you be found here, you get thrust through. It could be war, what have you.
Yep. You stay in America, you through. You gonna get destroyed by nukes
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you make it that far.
If you make it that far. Yep. I got a few more. It says, everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, the Russians,
Yeah,
in the land over there. No, select it. It said, damn, my page.
yeah, that's right, Russia.
Yeah, come my page turned on me down. Select it. All right, going back into it. Damn, let me get back to more spot. Oh yeah, behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. You can't pay them. You can't pay them to get off your ass, man. It
Yeah.
says their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces in the war. Or even if you just on the streets of America just bullshit. You're gonna be dashed to pieces, man. You talking about fuck Iran. You finna be dashed to pieces. Like you say, how if you even make it that far.
Yep.
It says their bows also shall dash young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. That's a baby. Their eyes shall not spare children. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. And how did God overthrow Sodom and Gomorrah?
With
It's
fire.
modern day Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yep.
Yeah, with fire and brimstone.
Hey, it say this the glory of the Chaldeans, and the Chaldeans were known for their witchcraft.
Yo.
So this the America is the top. You know, these people are straight witches here. Hollywood,
Yo.
Hollywood, you know,
Yeah, all that shit.
these athletes and entertainers and these different rich motherfuckers, they play with that black magic and shit.
Yo. Even the Pentagon,
You
the pentagram. You got the Pentagon
know?
down in DC. That's the center. That's the center of a pentagram.
This place is fashioned on a witchcraft base, goddamn.
Yep.
All the founding fathers were witches and warlocks.
That's
you
it.
know, masons and shit.
Yep.
All these top people, they are part of those different secret societies. You know, they all these rich motherfuckers to get to certain spots. You gonna get ran down on by different witches and warlocks, and they gonna try to bring you to the parties and bring you into the witch, how you say, witch covens and shit.
Yeah.
You know, y'all all get acquainted and shit and do business and shit together, you know?
And baby oil.
Huh?
And baby oil.
Yeah, baby oil, you know? All lit.
Straight up. I got a few more on that. It says, yep, verse 20. It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. But wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures. And owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there. And the wild beasts of the islands shall cry in their desolate houses, and dragons in their pleasant places. And her time is near to come, and her days shall be not prolonged.
Yep, going into this place gonna be turned into a complete desert.
Yep.
You know, and desert creatures gonna dwell here.
Yep.
You know, it ain't gonna be no houses left. It's just a boast. Like,
yep,
your house is gonna be dust.
Yeah.
Dirt gonna get turned to dirt.
Good ready.
Sand. You know.
Yeah.
That was all of it.
Yep, that's all that.
Yeah, let me play this.
We'll do this shit again. Iran, we ain't scared of you.
I can't believe just like how unserious we are. Like, as a country, what do you mean somebody made a Iran diss track?
Fuck Iran, bitch, we did World War I, and we did World War II. Bitch, we'll do this shit again. Iran, we ain't scared of you.
I can't.
Yeah, and that just go to show you the pride of niggas. You know, this shit is a challenge. A nigga made a diss song and the little black chick in it was that's the challenge. You know, now you gonna have a whole bunch of people probably doing that same shit the little chick was doing.
Yep.
All on TikTok. The fuck I ran challenge. TikTok dance, some crazy shit.
Yep.
You know? Well, when it's time to go over there and fight the old people, you ain't gonna be able to hold up because those people got shit they done lost. And they gonna be fighting with a totally different if it boots on the ground, them fucking Iranians, you don't know different motherfuckers from these other countries in these war-ridden places against an American hand-to-hand combat, anger for anger, you ain't gonna compare because them folks done been through some shit. I seen a little clip of dude fucking looking for his family in the rubble, man. Daughter, kids, whole family gone. He crawling all on the ground, calling, see if he hear somebody. If it's any sign of life, we don't know nothing about none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? That go to show you how proud and careless an American is, man. Because war is real. But you niggas don't understand war is real because you here in America, you ain't experiencing nothing like that. The worst thing you deal with is a natural disaster. You know what I'm saying? You ain't dealing with motherfuckers dropping bombs and flying planes and just blowing up schools and shit. Blowing up apartment buildings. Nigga, ain't no damn military here. My family was in that. There wasn't no goddamn military in that motherfucker, man. You know? So the old men over there, they
Right.
gonna be fighting with a whole nother form of
Aggression.
anger,
Yep.
you know, and vengeance with nothing to lose. Cause a lot of them men over there done already lost their mama, daddies, kids. You know what I'm saying?
Like the scriptures say, just back up the love of many gonna wax cold. When you go into the word wax cold, it's gonna go psycho. These folks ready to go psycho.
Yeah. Which that's more
All
so for
families.
that's more so America. You know, people gonna lose it in America, but yeah, you can say that. Cause these people ain't gonna. The point is, these people ain't gonna have no regard for the American, the citizens, because everybody is moving like Trump. As the king, so are the people. So these nations gonna develop a hatred. They already had a hatred for the Americans because Americans so proud. You know, they live deliciously without care. Let me play this one too, and then we'll get them last couple precepts. We're gonna close it out. Somebody hold. We'll get Isaiah 47 and 9. We'll read it from the top. Isaiah 47 and then the Jeremiah 49 and Jeremiah 49 and 31. 30 and 30 through 33. Yeah, we'll stop at 30. Jeremiah 49, 30 through 33. I don't think we grabbed that what's the name yet either. I'll get it real quick. This Isaiah chapter 48 and 22. It reads, "There is no peace saith the Lord unto the wicked, and the earth is ran by the wicked." So ain't no peace coming to the earth, man. You know, you ain't gotta worry about number war in the time we living in. Shit ain't gonna get better. This ain't gonna go away. These just parts of the birth pains, and ultimately these just the beginning of sorrows, because the earth is gonna be in a far worse condition before the end come. You know, people gonna be literally starving out here. You know, especially here in America, because the Lord got great judgment coming for this bitch. You know.
Yep.
Let me play this nigga real quick.
We are ready. Bring y'all ass down here if you want to. Goddamn, hey. I'm speaking for the whole USA. We ready. So don't come down here with the bullshit, cause we with it too. Hey, that nigga Donald ain't ducking no smoke. I agree though. He should have just shut the fuck up and minded his business. But if y'all do come, just go grab him and his people. Fuck you talking about. Y'all got these people on TikTok crying and shit. Shut y'all ass up. God damn. Them people ain't coming down here.
Okay.
Scary ass.
Okay, we gonna see. You know,
Then you got nerve
hey,
to laugh at the end.
yeah, the Americans proud as hell. You know, and them two, Jake ain't shit.
Yeah, nah.
Jake think everything funny, man.
Yo.
It's crazy how he stutter when he talk, but when he rap, he don't stutter.
Yep.
Jake ass, he just shit his stupid ass up too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
but the Lord is finna show up, man. The Lord.
Yeah, Lord. Oh, let me
These-
grab that one. You got it though.
No, I'll definitely say shit. These niggas, they finna meet their worst fears, man.
Yep. And war is coming to this bitch. Somebody grab that Isaiah 47 and started at the top. Cause this strictly for Babylon. The Lord is talking to America in this verse.
Isaiah 47.
Yep.
What?
Start at the top. The point at 9. But
Yep. It's the book of Isaiah 47, starting at verse 1. It says, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Take the millstones and grind the mill. Uncover thy locks, make bare the leg. Uncover the thigh, pass over the river. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Yeah, thy shame shall be seen."
yeah, all your wickedness is being showed before the earth. That's why I say, like, a nigga shouldn't. If you a nigga and you in support of America after all the wickedness these folks done to you, you should be seeking. Every nigga should be at attention listening to the gospel of the Lord. This the good news. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All the shit we done been through as a people, man.
Yeah.
You got it up.
Yep. It says, take thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yeah, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. As for our Redeemer, the Lord Yahweh of armies is his name, the Holy One of Israel. Sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans.
Nope.
For thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms.
Yeah, it's a miracle. The whore that sitteth upon many waters.
Yep.
You ain't gonna be no more called the Lady of Kingdoms, man.
Yep.
Oh, daughter of the Chaldeans. You know? The daughter of Babylon.
Yep. It says, as for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel. Sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans.
Yeah, darkness is coming to America.
Yep.
You proud as Americans finna be in darkness, literally. You know?
Yeah.
You think them folks ain't gonna get the hacking and EMP attacks, which it could all be American staged by, the government type shit.
Oh yeah.
And they just gonna blame Iran. They'll blame Russia, blame China,
Yeah.
just to move forward with their agenda, New World Order.
That's exactly what they're gonna do.
You know, because at the end of the day, they got an agenda to fulfill. They want to depopulate, you know, and move forward with having everybody see ragamuffin, karagma up,
Yeah.
impaled with that device.
Yep.
You know.
Verse 6. It says, I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance and given them into thine hand. Thou didst show them no mercy upon the ancient, as thou very heavily laid thy yoke. And thou saidst, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it. Therefore hear now this, that thou art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that saith in thy heart, I am, and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. But these two things shall come unto thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood, they shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries and for the great abundance of thine enchantments.
Yep. So hey, you proud as him, you proud right now.
Yep.
But the Lord say he gonna bring these things upon you in their perfection. America gonna get it the worst.
Yep.
In this upcoming destruction. From Jacob's trouble to World War III war, civil unrest. It's gonna get so bad in America, it's gonna be crazy.
Yep.
Teeth of wild beasts. You know? The Lord gonna pour all his anger on this place, man. And gonna clean it up with the nukes.
Yep.
You know?
His anger gonna be firing on all cylinders.
Yep. Right here in America.
Yep. It says, for thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it have perverted thee. And thou hast said, in the wisdom and knowledge that the Lord gave to him, to perverted his ass. That's why he in the trick bag. Because the Lord gave him all his knowledge and understanding of certain things that he done got so powerful, man.
Yep.
It says, therefore shall evil come upon thee. Thou shalt not know from whence it riseth. And mischief shall fall upon thee. Thou shalt not be able to put it off. And desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. It says, stand now with thine enchantments, and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail. Thou art weary in the multitude of thy counsels. Now let the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. Behold, they shall be as stubble. The fire shall burn them. They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. There shall not be a coal to warm at, nor fire to sit before it. Thus shall they be unto thee with whom thou hast labored, even the merchants from thy youth. They shall wander every one to his quarter. None shall save thee.
Yep. Ain't nobody coming to your aid.
Hell no. Right.
You know?
It would be so we would have hit Babylon, not healed.
Hey, that go to show you that the allies of America ain't gonna be with you, buddy.
Yup, right.
Know your ancestors. That witchcraft bullshit ain't gonna save you neither.
Yep.
That's what it went into as well. Your enchantments, your sorceries.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. You know, your stargazers, your tarot card readers,
all that
poem readers, yeah. Yep. Ain't none of that gonna save you people, man.
Cleo ain't gonna save you.
All right.
We can grab that last one and close out. We almost at 2 hours.
Yep.
That
Jeremiah.
Con.
This Jeremiah 49, starting at, you said 30,
Yep, 30 to 33.
33.
Con.
This is Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 30. It say, flee, get you far off, dwell deep, O ye inhabitants of Hazor, said the Lord Yahweh. For Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, has taken counsel against you and have conceived a purpose against you. Arise, get you up into the wealthy nation that dwell without care, said the Lord Yahweh, which have neither gates
Hey,
nor
that's talking about America, the wealthy nation that dwells without care. And how do you know they dwell without care? From the pride of the people of America, man.
yeah.
You know, you making light of war, and these people losing their families and shit.
Yep.
You know, who ain't got nothing to do. Them motherfuckers bombed the news station. Mid newscast, a bomb drop on the news station. What the news station? They ain't got no. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, hey man, shit, it gonna get bad here in America, and you people gonna feel it. You finna go through the same thing. The same thing America put a lot of these countries through. You Americans finna get put through that same shit. You know, and we trust in the Lord. The Lord gonna keep us. You know.
It say, which have neither gates nor bars, which dwell alone. And
Yeah,
their
America ain't got gates or bars. You can just come in this bitch. It ain't no wall around America keeping these other nations out.
Right.
You know?
it say, and their camels shall be a booty, and the multitude of their cattle a spoil. And I will scatter into all winds them that are in the uttermost corners, and I will bring their calamity from all sides thereof, said the Lord Yahweh. And Hazar shall be a dwelling for dragons, and a desolation forever. There shall no man abide there, nor any son of man dwell in it.
I'm going to show you that Hazar, we found another word for America. Hazar.
Yep.
They're talking about America, man. Because this the only place where this gonna happen to. You know, this talking about Babylon the Great. You know, this gonna be the place where no man gonna abide or any son of man shall dwell in. After World War III, this place will be left without inhabitants, and nobody gonna dwell here ever fucking ever again. It's gonna be left as a big monument of wickedness, man.
Yep.
You know, that's why you shouldn't be, hey man, if you're an Israelite, you should be repentant. You should be listening to the prophets. You know, or not. Fuck you. You gonna die here, man. You know?
It's gonna be left as an example.
Y'all had anything else? Let me grab my charger. This motherfucker cut off.
Nah, I ain't
Well, that pretty much the point. Lord willing, this was edifying Shabbat lesson. We're gonna end it giving our honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah Kodash, and double honors once again to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Teaching rule well. Peace and blessing to the hopeful elect. You know, hey, signing out GMS the count for prophets. Y'all seen that video Apostle Tor did? Chat GPT say GMS known for their heavy emphasis on prophecy.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, hey, that's beautiful though. You know.
Obsessed with prophecy.
May the Lord keep pouring His Spirit upon us to keep doing this. But with that, Shalom. Kwame Yashala.
Soon.
Shalom.